Mindset hack. Thrive in the Age of Aquarius 2024 to 2044. That's something I'm going to talk about today, so stick around. Hi, my name is Hachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of the Ikigai Diet and Ikigai Biohacking. Okay, so in the last few videos, I've been sharing with you about this age, Pluto in Aquarius, starting this year all the way to 2044. And there are three key words, yeah, which are natural, spiritual, and ikigai. Yeah. Now, so we'll be shifting to the computer and technology age very much. In the next 20 years, it will be even more. Yeah, it will be completely AI centered era. Yeah. So in order to keep the balance, it is critical to stay natural, to kind of focus on natural method when you practice biohacking, for example. Yeah. And also the world will be more spiritual. Spirituality becomes the keyword in this era. Yeah, it's a kind of a spiritual renaissance, really. Yeah. Therefore, you want to do some spiritual biohacking as well. Yeah. And then finally, Ikigai, because you want to continue this biohacking lifestyle for the next 20 years, you want to make it your Ikigai. You want to enjoy your activity, choose activities that you can enjoy so that you can continue doing it. Yeah. And then in the last few videos, I've shared with you about the optimal exercise, the optimal diet, and the optimal sleep in 2024. So today, I will share with you the optimal mindset in 2024. So please stay tuned. Right. Okay. So I will talk about regular kind of a mindset optimization, such as positive thinking and stuff like that. But also, I will share with you something that is rarely talked about. Yeah. Such as we're optimizing your mindset to be revolutionary. Yeah, because the Aquarian age is the age of revolution too. It's the age of this big transition, big shift from centralization to decentralization. And then in the beginning, things will be centralized. Yeah, there will be a big force to centralizing, using AI and all those things. So how to deal with that? Yeah, how to deal with the technological centralization, that kind of thing. So I don't think many other videos talk about that. So please watch the video until the end to enjoy this unique content. Okay. So first of all, the exercise, diet, and sleep I shared with you in the last few videos are critical, all critical for your mindset optimization. Yeah, you do need the exercise can help you stay positive, such as Nordic walking, jogging, yeah, and also the diet, you need to eat natto. Natto can help your gut microbiome, and that can help your mental state and everything, and also the sleep, yeah, too. So please practice all those. And if you have not watched them, please watch all those videos. Right. Today, I will particularly, I will share with you something that specifically you can do for the mindset, the mind optimization. Right. Um, First of all, you want to stay positive. Yeah, positive thinking. The bottom line is the positive thinking. Yeah, but you may have heard of positive thinking. You know that. Yeah, but it is important. Yeah, because uh, mind and the gut are connected. Yeah, so your condition of gut microbiome, affect your physical health. You know that, right? But also the mind too. So how your mental state affect your physical health. So you want to stay positive. You want to produce positive vibration as much as possible. Yeah. So I'll share with you some of the methods to doing that. And one is Shinon Kansha meditation that I shared with you in the last video. Yeah. So this is the kind of Japanese kind of a prayer at the Shinto shrine. So Shin means God and On means favors. and Kansha means appreciation. So Shinon Kansha means appreciating God for giving favors to us. So usually when we go to a Shinto shrine, many people ask for favors. Yeah. Oh, God, please help me. Please help our family. Please protect our family from sickness. So, and please, give me fortune to be, please give me financial fortune and that kind of thing. But that is not an authentic way of playing at a Shinto shrine. Real spiritual people know the secret, and that is the Shinyon Kansha meditation. So you appreciate the favors that God have already given to you, meaning you feel grateful for what's happening in everyday life. Yeah. Um, so you can do that every morning, combining it with your morning exercises. When you go jogging or Nordic walking, you practice Shinyon Kansha meditation. So this is a fantastic way because you can observe the morning sunlight, and then you have the low intensity, aerobic exercise. Then you have mindset optimization all at the same time. Yeah, it kind of affect synergetically, yeah, to your health. Okay. For details, I made some other videos about Shingon Kansha meditation, so please watch them. I put the title in the description box below. Yeah. Um, Now, similar to Shingon Kansha meditation, well, the bottom line is to focus on the positive side of your life, to pay attention to the bright side of your life, yeah, not the negative side of your life, yeah. So the another example of this mindset is go with the flow, yeah, take advantage of your environment or circumstance you're in. You may not be in the perfect circumstance, but there are always something that you can appreciate. Now, life is usually a trade-off. Yeah, nobody has the perfect situation. If you have one positive thing, you also, lose something. I'll give you an example. Like if you live by the sea, that's wonderful, isn't it? You have the ocean view. It's a great place to live. But often, living by the ocean means you have a salty wind coming. Yeah, and things got nasty and stuff. Yeah. So that's the negative, the drawbacks of living by the ocean. And so life is just like that. If you have something great, then you have something negative too. So you might as well enjoy the positive side. So when you live in the ocean, ignore the salty wind, but enjoy the view. But if you don't live by the ocean, then enjoy the absence of the salty wind. Yeah. Or the risk of any kind of disasters like tsunami and stuff like that. Yeah. And when you live in the city, if you don't live in the countryside, you cannot enjoy all the outdoor natural environment, like forest and stuff like that. But then you have many exciting cafes and restaurants and very colorful like drawings in the walls and stuff like that. So it is artistically more stimulating. So then you take advantage of that. And then if you live in the city, you can cycle more easily because in the countryside, it's too far to get to places by bicycle. But in the city, you can go to most places, yeah, by bicycle. So you can use cycling as a form of exercise. Yeah. So just look at some of the element in the present environment and take advantage of them. Yeah. And also, when you do your biohacking measures, once you decide, yeah, to do this, then enjoy it. Yeah. Because quite often you cannot choose the perfect regimen. Yeah. I'll give an example, right? So I talked about circadian rhythms, right? So according to the circadian rhythm, it is better to skip dinner to practice intermittent fasting than skipping breakfast. However, skipping dinner is not realistic for many people because it's the time for family members to get together, right? So you decided to have dinner and you skip breakfast. Yeah, it may not be perfect, but it's good enough. And then you enjoy it. You accept this. This is what you can do, and then you enjoy it, and then you believe in the effect. Yeah, because there's a placebo effect. If you think this is the optimal method for you, then it all become optimal. The problem of some people are they bring up all those problems, like oh, so because of circadian rhythm, yeah, you want to skip dinner. If you eat dinner, oh, that's bad for you. Or because sugar is terrible. Sugar has, so much all those, things to damage your health. It's bad to eat sugar. But then they are making their mind to believe that. The same with alcohol. The reason why I don't make any rules, or I sometimes, occasionally enjoy those things is because of this. There's a placebo effect. Yeah, you want to enjoy your life. No matter what you are doing, feel happy about it, and that will help your health. Right. Now, having said that, if your environment is relatively good, then you can find something positive. But if you live in a terrible location, like you cannot find anything that you feel grateful for, I mean, it is possible. Yeah. And then, Dan Buettner, the person who introduced blue zones, so he said that one critical thing in health and longevity is the environment. Yeah. The easiest way to especially change your mood, change your mindset is to change your environment. Yeah. And he gave an example of someone living in a kind of war zone. And then when they immigrate to the United States, yeah, immediately their level of happiness, improved. They did not do anything special. They did not, work on the positive thinking or anything like that, but automatically environment helped them felt differently. The environment helps them feel differently. That's how powerful environment is. So if you can move, move to a happier place. Maybe you can move to Denmark or Finland, but that is not feasible for most people. But you can even move within your own country or within your own state or within your own city, maybe to move to the other side of the neighborhood or whatever. Yeah. I mean, because sometimes even the house, if you have a house with more sunlight, with a bigger windows and stuff like that, that changes your mindset a lot too. Yeah. So doing that is also important. And for moving, still, for many people, it is not that easy. Then decorate your room. You can change your room to make you feel better. Yeah. For example, you can decorate your room with, beautiful pictures and calendars and stuff like that. I usually hang a calendar of, some pictures, towns and places throughout the world. Yeah, I have a kind of three sets of, the calendars or World Heritage, spot and stuff like that. And I hang it in different rooms. Yeah. But also I have a pictures of beautiful places in, on the wall and ceiling and then also you can use music too. So when you do that, you need to think of visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. Yeah, three senses. So for the visual, yeah, use those pictures to decorate. And then auditory, use music. Yeah, listen to uplifting music as much as possible. Now it is easy to do on YouTube. You can you can almost find any music you like on YouTube, right? And then just play it and then listen to it. That safety your mindset. Yeah. Um, I often listen to the music I used to listen to when I was young, when I was, 20s and so on. And that kind of reminds me of my youth. That makes me feel younger. So that's another advantage, of listening to music is you can feel younger. So you can feel happier, but also you can feel younger. Yeah. And then I also told you about dance as an exercise. So if you listen to music you enjoy and you dance with it, it becomes a great exercise, but it becomes a great mind exercise. It's not exercise. You become you're fun. It is fun. You enjoy. You feel good. Yeah. And for the kinesthetic one, maybe choose a comfortable chair. Yeah, now you can buy sort of president chair type of thing. So, because if you sit in the chair all day long, it's important to, be comfortable, right? And then, or you can use stuff like, incense sticks, burn incense sticks to, create a certain aroma, yeah, in the room. Yeah, especially the room where you do your work. Like I usually stay in this room, for example. So I make the room to be as comfortable as possible so that I can feel positive. Right. Okay. Now, having said that, so like Dan Buettner said, the environment is very important. So no matter how much you do, there are certain things that you can't change, and there are certain things that you can't, feel grateful for. And if you look at the situation in the world, the wars are taking place, or natural disasters are taking place. Like in Japan, we had an earthquake on January 1st, and some people are still suffering from the earthquake. Yeah. And we had the accident at the airport too. Some people died, right? So you cannot feel happy about those situations. And then if you look at all those, terrible things happening in the world, you cannot feel happy. Yeah. So what can you do? Do you ignore them? Are you suggesting, stay positive means to ignore all those things? No, 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 no. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah. And also, there will be more. I'm afraid there probably will be more. Yeah. Not, I don't know about wars, but for this Pluto in Aquarius, it's a transitional period. Yeah. In order for kind of a create, in order to create something, there need to be destruction. So all the pattern are destroyed first for new pattern to be created. So you might witness a lot of destruction, and that include a lot of disclosures. So this year, especially, probably you'll witness a lot of disclosures. Yeah, because the Pluto in Aquarius is also the time for the truth to be revealed. Yeah, so there may be some shocking truth. Yeah, the corruption of the government and media, you may already know, but also the corporation. But there will be even more that you may not even be able to believe in anything. You might kind of discover like everything was like a game, or everything was like a false, or what was a lie. Yeah, yeah, everything was a lie. You might discover everything was a lie. So you probably lose trust. That's possible. So how do you stay positive in that kind of situation? Right. Okay, so you can be critical. Now, being critical doesn't mean you're negative, depending on how you, depending on how you do it. Yeah. Now, so the problem of many people is when they look at the problems, yeah, they get angry or they get depressed. Yeah, because you often find, you know, uh, you often find someone to blame. Yeah, maybe you blame the government, you blame the corporation, you blame the media. Yeah, they are the one causing all those problems, and you feel very angry. Yeah, so this anger occupy your thought. Yeah, or other people become depressed because this, power is so strong that you are victim, you're powerless, you cannot do anything about it. Yeah, and it's really depressing, right? So that's not a constructive way of facing the situation. You do not need to ignore the problem. You can face the problem. You can look at the problems, but still, how you feel about the problem is your choice. Yeah, it is up to you. So you can look at the problem without getting angry or without getting depressed. Yeah, by focusing on solutions. So what can you do about it? How can you turn it around? Yeah, maybe you cannot solve all of the problem. It is probably very difficult for one person to solve all the problem. You need the collective effort to do it. But you can be a part of a change, a part of a small change. Yeah. So instead of feeling depressed or instead of feeling just angry, which does not serve anything, yeah, you can take some action or you can kind of shift your lifestyle to be a part of a small change to turn things around, right? Then the facing the problem become positive. So that is the kind of mindset you want to be in, yeah? Focusing on the solutions, facing the problems by focusing on the solutions. Now, also, you do need to do digital fast. So in the last video, I said you want to digital fast 2 hours before going to bed and 2 hours after waking up. But, as much as you can for any other time too. So about the media, yeah, you probably want to stay away from media because they just brought all those negative news and makes you feel bad all the time. And sometimes it is important to know what is going on in the world, but you don't need to know every single day. Yeah, you can watch that news once a week. That is enough. You don't need to kind of catch up the recent development every single hour. Yeah, if that is only making you feel negative, yeah, there's no point. It's not really serving you. Yeah, but the same thing can be true about the internet media. Yeah, there are some good, videos, that video that can uplift your feeling, but there's some negative ones too. So you want to be selective. Yeah, because it's a time of information age, and then there's a flood of information, too much information. Yeah, information overload. So you want to be selective, and then quite often you want to stay away from it all. So you do need some digital fast. Yeah. And then this year, there will be a lot of AI generated misinformation. Yeah. There's already a lot of misinformation now, but there will be even more, especially around the presidential election. The presidential election will happen this year. So it is possible we can, predict that it's coming. So you need to be prepared. You need to be selective, and quite often you need to digital fast. Now, do you know Haruki Murakami, the Japanese novelist? So he used to write a blog. Maybe he still does, but anyway, he used to write blogs and he received many comments from his readers. Yeah, and he often responded to those comments. Yeah, but there's one rule he made that was do not respond immediately. So he reads the comment and he writes the answers, but he doesn't send it right away. He just wait overnight. Yeah, if he's writing answer, then he send it in the morning. Yeah, and then so in the morning you read his response one more time, and then this time he can be a little more neutral. Then if he likes it, he send it, or otherwise he can edit it again. Yeah, so that one kind of break is important. So do not respond to something immediately. Yeah, when someone writes you a comment on Facebook, do not respond immediately. Just take a moment. That can help to stay neutral because often you're pulled with kind of emotional energy, and especially around the presidential, politics is a very emotional matter, really. You get caught up with this kind of dualistic thinking. Yeah, right. And then also, how to know when something is true or not becomes be, it becomes more difficult. Yeah, and then finally you just need to trust your intuition. Yeah, that's when intuition becomes critical. Now, if you can look at the evidence and so on, but even you can fake evidence these days. I mean, probably there will be a lot of faked scientific evidences. Yeah, so you're no longer able to, even if it's not a faked evidence, is still, it is just saying one thing. It doesn't mean it is true for some other situations too. And depending on how you interpret the evidence, it changes too. Yeah. And therefore, finally, your intuition. That's the only thing you can trust. Or that only thing at least can serve you. Yeah. Right. But then lot of us are not in tune with our intuitive self because unfortunately a lot of things we do in modern life, it kind of keeps away from that intuitive side. Yeah. One example is measuring all the time. Yeah. So I said many times, do not measure yourself all the time, right? Sometimes it's okay. Like I do measure sometimes. Like for example, when I went Nordic walking, I measured my footsteps. Yeah, it was about 6,400 steps, right? But then once I measured it, yeah, I know. Like I didn't have to measure it the second day because you kind of walk the same distance, so it should be the same footsteps. Yeah, the same thing with many other things. You need to just measure once, and then but you don't need to measure every single day. Yeah. So therefore, you don't need to implant anything to measure your condition all the time. You can only measure occasionally and rest. Just trust your feeling. Yeah. Just trust how you feel. It may not be accurate, but it is almost right. It is 80% right. Yeah. Trust yourself more. And that is one way of cultivating your intuition, cultivating your or kind of a activating this connection with your spiritual self or intuitive self. Yeah. And also, you want to spend a lot of time analog. Yeah. Stay away from digital. That can cultivate your intuition. Spending a lot of time in nature. Yeah. Go to a forest, do Shinrin yoku. Yeah. And spend a lot of time with the real people, face-to-face communication. Because when you have a face-to-face communication, you look at their face, you look at their facial expression, their gestures, and you can kind of feel their vibration. Yeah. But that is something you cannot do on online communication. Yeah. So cultivate that side by having more face-to-face communication. By the way, having a community of good friends helps your mindset. Yeah. You can feel positive and at least it becomes your ikigai. So you can enjoy your life more by having a community of good friends. Yeah. Now, the other thing is go beyond dualism, break away from this dualistic thinking. Yeah. So now, what is right for you may not be right for others. We need to accept this reality that things right for others may not be right for you. So there's no one right way for everybody. We live in a diverse world. Yeah. There are different realities for people living in different countries, different cultures, different sects, different races. And so there's no unified truth or unified kind of a morality in that sense. Yeah. So we need access to diverse realities, and therefore you don't need to be caught up with dualistic thinking, like something is good and something is evil. There is no such things are good and evil. Yeah. The things are different, right? Now, so talking about diversity, there are diverse elements or multi-dimensional reality about one phenomenon. Yeah. Now I'll give you an example. So you probably know that I'm not in favor of technology in general. That's why I talk about natural method and stay away, practice digital fasting and all those things. Yeah. However, I do admit there are positive elements in technology. Now, metaverse, yeah. Okay, I have not used metaverse and I'm not intending to do it, but I think there are some positive elements in metaverse. Yeah. Now, one example is maybe it is kind of linked to a spiritual world in the sense that you are communicating with the people going beyond the physical realm. Yeah, because in the physical realm, in the regular communication, you have your parents, right? And if you're happy with your parents, it's okay. But if you're not happy with your parents, then you have a kind of different experiences, because other people kind of judge you based on your parents. But that disappears in this metaverse. Yeah, you can create your own avatar, and then yeah, you can be wherever you want to be. So it's just like a spirit communication, because when you're communicating in this kind of spirit basis, there's no physical appearance. Yeah. And then where you live doesn't matter. You can communicate with anyone globally. So that, in a sense, can, I don't know, represent the new reality. So I wouldn't say everything about technology, internet, and AI are negative. There are some positive elements. In fact, you never know. The AI could be the key to upgrade our spirituality, to kind of evolve us to a new level of consciousness. That is very true. Possibly. Yeah. Now, so the last element to optimize your mind in this period between 2024 to 2044 is do away with competitive mindset. Yeah. More and more, we are shifting to a new reality where competition doesn't serve us anymore. Yeah. Now, the reason why you get caught up with this dualistic thinking is because of this competitive mindset. We are conditioned to be competitive, especially in the Western culture. Yeah, we're conditioned to be competitive. Now, I'll give an example. So recently, I hear this discussion, kind of debate, between the plant-based advocate and animal-based advocate, and they argue about, protein intake and all those things. But then maybe some of the discussion are constructive. They're just trying to find the scientific evidence of what is true and so on. But quite often, this kind of competitive mindset is there. Yeah, what they're doing, they're trying to prove they are right and the other side is wrong. Yeah, but I told you there's no right and wrong. Yeah. So if you're in this game, it is difficult to shift your consciousness. And unfortunately, even in the field of biohacking, it is still there. Because biohacking is kind of related to sport. And a lot of sport has this competitive culture. Yeah. Because of it's a competitive sports. Yeah. Because there are many competitive sports. So if you take part in that kind of sport and you naturally become competitive, you want to win if you play certain sports, right? Yeah. But to shift your consciousness in the new era, it is imperative to do away with that competitive mindset. Yeah. So it is okay to be small. It is okay to be slow. It is okay to be weak. And it is okay to be a loser. Because a loser is in some ways more brave because you are letting other party win. Yeah. You can be happy with losing. You don't you have kind of gone beyond this kind of a mentality of you have to win. Yeah, you can accept to be a loser. So it is a brave action. Yeah, losing is wonderful. Yeah. Now, so the bottom line is don't flex your muscles, but loosen them. Yeah, the key in the new era is stop flexing your muscles, but loosening your muscles. The flexibility, the relaxation is critical. Yeah. You want to enjoy life, you want to relax life. Yeah. Mm. Now, so to do that, be a listener, not a talker. That's another thing. Yeah, we're conditioned to talk. We're conditioned to express ourselves. We're conditioned to demand our right. We're conditioned to kind of express and make others listen to you. But you can listen to others for a change. You can just be quiet, silent, yeah, and listen to the surroundings. Listen to the nature. Listen to birds, river streams, ocean waves. Yeah. Yeah. So now I shared with you many things today about positive thing, Shinon Kansha meditation and everything. Yeah. But probably this is the most important message I can give you. Do away with competitive mindset, especially as a Japanese person, because this is something not many other videos talks about. Yeah. Therefore, if there's one takeaway, please take away these words. Yeah. Stop flexing your muscles, but loosening your muscles. Thank you. Okay, yeah. And then for more, please read my book, Ikigai biohacking. There are other things I didn't share with you today in the book, such as, Yoshuku and Imaiwai and Zange. Those are critical elements to optimize your mind in 2024. Yeah. So please read the book. And thank you for watching. Again, my name is Hachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of the Ikigai Diet and Ikigai Biohacking. If you like this video, please give me your thumb up and subscribe to my channel. And please leave your comment. Yeah, what do you do to optimize your mind? Yeah, how do you stay positive all the time? Thank you. Well, I will see you in the next video. Live with your Ikigai!